Hello students, welcome to the new lecture series on the inner product space. Today's this lecture is give you about the idea what we will be discuss in this new designed inner product space lecture series. As usual, I will explain you with the help of the one of the best way and the easiest way. Myself Dr. Harish Garg, you can follow and subscribe my YouTube channel where you can find the complete lectures on the inner product space. First of all, what we will cover in this lecture series. We will cover the entire concept of the inner product space. We will explain the various terms which are used to define the inner product space with the help of the various examples in one of the easiest way. Once we will cover the concept of the inner product space, and then we will define the concept of the normed vector space. Later on, we will define the metric space, and finally, we will end it up as the topological space. And that's the objective of this complete lecture series. We will start from the inner product space, then we will define the norm वेक्टर स्पेस देन फॉर द मैट्रिक्स स्पेस एंड देन फॉर द टोपोलॉजिकल सीरीज। तो आज से हम एक इनर प्रोडक्ट की नई लेक्चर सीरीज स्टार्ट करने जा रहे हैं। नेक्स्ट 20-25 लेक्चर्स ओनली फॉर द डेडिकेटेड टू द इनर प्रोडक्ट स्पेस। Now, what will we cover in this lecture series? Fine. We have discretized the given series into the two parts. The first part we will cover about the theory and the various concepts, and then we will discuss the various applications. Related to the theory and the concept, we firstly define the concept of the inner product space. What are the various examples of the inner product space? And then we will define some of the norms and the various inequalities. Make sure students, whenever we will cover the concepts and the theory, we will cover each example, each lecture with the help of the 25 plus examples so that you can easily understand each concepts and also did a lot of the practice. On the other hand, once we will cover various applications of the inner product space, we will define the concept of the orthogonal and the orthonormal vectors. These are basically the application of the norms. Fine. And then we will discuss about the Gram-Smith process, orthogonal complements, projections, and many more lectures related to the application. But the first question arises is, once we know, because we already discussed the concept of the vector space. Fine. And once we know the concept of the vector space, considering our knowledge about the vector space, we can define the concept of the inner product space. Based on the inner product space, we can define the norm-linear space, matrix space, Banach space, and finally we can define the various lines and then so on. Or in other words, if we know the concept of the inner product space, later on we will define the concept of the Banach space, and then as you can see, the Hilbert space is the part of the inner product space and the Banach space, and the complete components are fall under the category of the normed space. Fine. So that's why we will discuss the detailed lectures in this series. What are the purposes and what are the things that will be covered in this series? As we know, first of all, we can define what is the inner product space, and then we will try to understand why there is a needed of the inner product space. As we already know how we can define the vector space. Fine. So we already discussed in the detail about the lecture series of the vector space. The vector space is used to discuss the algebra to solve the system of the linear equations. इसी पर्पस के लिए काम आता है वेक्टर स्पेस. Fine. That means we have discussed the geometry of the vector space. That is a linear algebra which are going to solve the system of the equations. Ax is equal to b. It studies the geometry as well as the relation between the various vectors. And the inner product space will provide us the languages for this geometry. And why there is a need of the vector space? There are so many reasons why there is a need of the vector space. Few of them I have listed as below. If we want to know how long is the vector, how far apart of the two vectors, what is the relationship between when the two vectors are perpendiculars, or can we say apart from the perpendicular, what can you say about the 30-degree angles, or in other words, what can you say about the abstract space? All these answers we will discuss in our this ongoing lecture series. We all knows how we can define the dot product. For example, if you have the vector, let's say 1, 2, and 3, y is my vector, let's say minus of 3, 4, and 7. Then we can define the dot product that we studied in our lower classes, x component into x component plus y component into y component, 2 into 4 plus 7, 3, 21. Fine. So the answer is 26. And we all know if the dot product is 0, what does it implies? That means that two vectors are perpendicular to each other. That means the dot product will provide us the information about the length, will provide about the angle, what is the angle between the x and y, and if they are perpendicular, then we call as the orthogonality. Fine. But the inner product is the generalization of the dot product. And that is a very useful when we are discuss about the function space and the infinite dimensional space. Make sure students, what is the inner product space? Once you have the vector space, fine, we all know if V is my vector space, which are defined on some operations or binary operator, positive and negative, or positive and the multiply, fine. So any a vector space V is said to be the inner product space if it satisfies these three properties over X, that is called as the inner product. Fine. That means linearity, symmetric, and positivity. So if you consider the vector space, if it's satisfied by these three properties, then we call as the inner product space. Or you can say this structure, that is a linearity, symmetric, and positivity, will give us the idea how we can define the geometry into the linear algebra. Based on this geometry of the linear algebra, we will discuss the complete concept of the inner product space, norms, orthogonality, projections, application of the matrix, and the function space with the help of the 25 plus numerical examples. Why there is an importance of this inner product space and what is the course perceptive that you can feel at the end of this lecture series. Why there is an importance? The inner product space is very useful. It is very useful in the machine learning. Fine. It is very useful in the image processing. Fine. It is very useful in the control system, and definitely it is also very useful in the mathematics and the statistics field. Moreover, these days we all know the quantum computing is at the peak point. So the inner product space is much applications in the Fourier series, signal processing, quantum mechanics, optimization, machine learning, and many more topic subjects are there. And what is the course perceptions? That means we will discuss the each concepts. We will focus on the concepts and the intuitions. Wherever we require the proof of the result, we will discuss in the details. We are also discuss the various CSR net, GATE, and the other examinations problem solving approach and the various application wherever it possible. Fine. So we will explain each concepts with the help of the 25 plus numerical examples. That is the idea about this lecture series. Now you can tell me in the comment box, are you really interested to learn this lecture series or concept of the inner product space from me? If yes, let me know in the comment box. Then we can start the first lecture. What is the concept of the inner product space in the details? So I'm waiting for your comment box. Fine. I'm waiting your comments in the comment box. Till then, you can like this video and share your videos with your friends. I hope you can subscribe my YouTube channel too. Happy learning students. Thanks for the watching. Thanks for the support.